hard-boiled eggs or some shit.
Yeah.
and off.
Man, I haven't had anybody else touch my dick since my mom did.
Welcome to No Good Opinions. No Good Opinions is the best damn podcast.
Here at No Good Opinions, we have bad, unethical practices. We simply don't like you.
You remember when you first started working at, and we would get those red lines when they still had red lines?
Oh my god.
Oh, bro. Jesus Christ, man. I swear to God, one day I pounded one down, dude, and all I could do was go back and sit in the office, dude. I was just like this. I can't fucking talk to nobody, dude. Nobody.
Yeah.
And then I came to the fucking back.
All you could do is sit there and try to count the blood vessels in your eyes.
I came back and sat back where the gun safe was in the back there, where I could remember where I found that spot to fuck off all day with you guys. And I just sat back there, dude, and I was listening to music, just tapping my foot like a motherfucker. No, he's not here.
And they called it Redline because there was a red line on the bottle, and you weren't supposed to drink past that line or you will die.
Is that what it was? Because I feel like we were like fucking.
It was 2 servings.
I feel like we were jamming them our assholes and bonging them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fucking whacking them back, dude. Like, yeah, that was wild.
Oh yeah.
And didn't they take those off the shelf and they had to like reformulate them or something?
Yeah, I haven't seen those ones in quite some time, but they have like they kind of transformed into an energy drink.
Yeah, those.
Where it's like if you look on it, it'll say like Redline on it. But yeah, man, those were wild. Those were absolutely wild.
Yeah, they did redo the formula. Why was Redline banned? Redline Energy drink was discontinued because of Vital Pharmaceuticals. The company that produced it was acquired by Monster Beverage, and the new parent company phased out all the VPX brands, including Redline. And it got banned because of some other stimulants in it, along with caffeine. No wonder we felt so good.
It's a little bit of fucking meth in there, dude.
Woo!
Little amphetamines. I mean, it had to be, dude. It would fucking get you like.
Yeah. I'm so glad you remember that, dude. Like, we went on like a 2-week bender of those, and then next thing you know, I think we both had like a come to Jesus. We're like, maybe we should just stick to those monsters in their vending machine that we have. Let go up in there and grab us one. Remember he used to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I forget who said it, but they were just like, I wish you could appreciate the good times before you knew they were gone, right? Like there's always just like a moment in time where it always just like present is always present, right? And then you think about shit and you're just like, man, I was fucking hanging out with fucking friends all day, making okay cash.
Yep. Yeah, and you never know, like, it's that whole thing, like, with, like, being back in school, like, high school or grade school, like, I'll never, like, you never knew when it was going to be the last time you and all your buddies went for a bike ride as kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You just had no idea.
And then all of a sudden that bike just goes up one last time, dude, and it's just for no apparent reason at all, dude, just the last time.
Just the last time. And had you known that, like, I feel like everybody would have been like, you know what, let's go for one more fucking super ride. You know?
Remember when John Connor came in and, like, we fixed his phone for free, and then you gave him a phone as a loaner phone, and then he, like, stole it and went to fucking Key Largo or some shit and was, like, posting photos on Instagram with it. That motherfucker.
What the fuck?
That's classic. That's classic, though. You know? All right, so this first little story we're going to talk about here today, Big Boss Man, is there's a lot to this, but the headline to this story is Dark Money Group paying pro-Dem influencers up to $8K a month. So this was based on a story about the Chorus Creator Incubator Program and is funded by 16 Third Fund, a nonprofit sometimes portrayed as the left's answer to the Koch network, and which has funneled money to dozens of Democratic-friendly influencers, according to Wired magazine. Now, Chorus has come out and said, like, it's not some secret dark organization. It's Chorus. You know, we find people who, you know, want to share the same opinions we have, and we want them to have good content. So yeah, we pay some of them up to, you know, $8K a month so they can live comfortably and not have to work 40 hours a week and then put out shit content, was kind of their thing. And you know, the only thing that they said, they like, we don't tell them what to say, you know, which seems kind of disingenuous. So there's a lot of, it seems like there's a lot of disingenuousness on each side. But I think my point here is, like, for instance, let's say you were like one of the person in question here is David Pakman, who's got a pretty popular, successful YouTube channel. I don't like this guy. I don't like, you know, I guess we'll just leave it at that. But like, let's say you did like him. Do you know who he is? You familiar with this like YouTube channel? He's like a political.
Yeah, he's got.
Dude.
Yeah, he talks about a lot of political shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you like him or not. I don't. Either way, it doesn't matter. But I think the more important thing is regardless of it, if you found out someone you liked was getting paid to say those things, well, how would you feel about that? Would you just kind of be like, oh, well, you gotta make some money, or would you be like, shit, man, I feel like I was kind of, seems disingenuous, feels like I was almost being,
yeah, I mean,
brainwashed a little bit.
It really would have you questioning what their like actual beliefs are, right? Like they're like,
yeah, do they really believe that,
like,
or are they just saying it for money?
Are they standing on business when they say they can't stand XYZ or this policy, this or that? And next thing you know, come to find out that they're being paid monetarily to. And then it also makes you wonder, like, is that all part of the scripting? Like, are they getting like these scripts written for them?
Sure.
By
talking points.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, I think it most definitely. I think it has to raise a bunch of red flags when you're looking at these different content creators and where they stand at. Like one of the articles I was reading here is that they had at least 13 million followers across social platforms. That's a lot of people that they're influencing in support of Democrats, right? Like that's just an example of part of this. But the amount of money that these people are being paid to just consistently like beat a dead horse and beat that message in about the dirty Republicans, you know what I mean? They're you know, it's just fuck, man. Politics nowadays, dude, it's a different ball of wax, bro. Like they're going in so many different directions with this shit. Like I think this is just kind of like the tip of the iceberg with how both parties, and I'm not going to sit here and say that the Republican Party, we already know about them, right? We've talked about them a lot in the first few episodes, but the Democrats are just as fucking dirty, bro.
Sure.
You know, there's a lot of shit that people don't realize that's happening behind the fucking scenes in order to get their message delivered, or a policy or a bill. Think about the businesses that they have in their pockets.
I think, well, kind of a slight off tangent here, but just like you're talking about how it's a different game now, just like think about how open they are with like gerrymandering now. When like with like back in the day, dude, it was just like something done behind closed doors. You know, now it's just like we're just doing it openly, legally, for the most part.
I always thought growing up, I thought that gerrymandering was illegal. Like I always thought it to be illegal. Like there's gerrymandering going on. That can't happen. And now
and now they're just like, this is how we're doing it.
Yeah, that's
do something about it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because it was like Trump and the gang was like, hey, you know what? Fuck you. We're getting a couple of more sections here in the state. No, you're not. I mean, maybe there you are, but watch this. Hold my beer, says California, and they go and do the same goddamn thing. It's
absolutely wild.
It is wild, man. But yeah, that whole dark money. Just imagine the amount of money that is being like kind of under the table and worked in through.
Well, sure. Because now you don't know who's getting paid, right? Now here's the second question. I start paying. I sign you up for a 5-year deal. $8,000 a month. Goes up. You know, goes up a certain amount each year. To go against how you might actually feel. Or maybe it's half, right? It's just like, yeah, we like these talking points, but if you want to make this money, you also got to speak on this other shit that you might not necessarily agree with, but these are the talking points this week, and we want you to, you know, talk shit about something.
Yeah.
Or a policy or something.
Yeah.
$8,000, that's almost 6 figures a year.
Yeah, and imagine some of this.
You got to make one video a month or something. Would you do it?
See, that's this lies another problem. Is money is the root of all evil. And at this point in my life, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm talking about whatever you want me to talk about. You want me to talk about those
for $8,000 a month?
Those trannies and all that shit. That's fine. I'll talk about them.
Sure. And just to reiterate, I'm gonna say it a little louder. Me and Tim will talk about anything for $8,000 a month.
Anything.
Does everyone hear that?
If we can't say it loud enough, I need a megaphone for this. Anybody listening, we will talk about anything. Yeah. We will do just about anything for $8,000 a month.
It's Eve. Yeah, Cora, set us up. Throw us on the docket. Put us in your pocket.
Yeah.
And we'll zip it up and lock it.
Oh.
Walk it to the bank.
Oh, walk it to the bank, baby. Yeah, that was good, man.
But yeah, that's a strange thing, right? Because like I think for me, they're kind of like, oh, this is our thing. It's not nefarious. It's not shrouded in secrecy. Like these are our contracts, and this is how we do it. And it is what it is. So, but I think there's a certain level of just like, that's not the point. The point is like, you're paying people to say things, right? And it's just like, regardless if it's behind closed doors or not, and whether the contracts have some sort of NDA tied to them, I think is irrelevant, because the point of the whole thing is people are being paid by a company to have an agenda.
Yeah.
They're speaking, they're only speaking about a particular thing in a particular way to feed the public opinion.
Yeah, right. No, they're how they can stoke the fire.
Yeah, so I think that's just like a big. Hopefully, this is a big eye opener, and like I said, there's bullshit on. There's a lot of bullshit in this story about how secretive it is, and there's also, I think a lot of bullshit in the story about the CEO talking about how secretive it's not. So I think there's a little bit on both sides, and to say that the other side isn't doing this in some way, shape, or form, I think would be foolish.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think if you're in the industry, like entertainment / social media, like influencers, things of that nature, I think they like. Johnny podcaster probably knows, oh yeah, Jimmy who runs this show is getting a stipend from the Republicans,
right?
Like they probably when you're inside the business, they probably know, you know what I mean? Like it's probably
right.
It'd be like being being a mechanic and like Snap-on tools versus Mac tools and shit like that, you know what I mean? You know who's using what, right? Like all that kind of shit. Or, I don't know, man. I could be way off on that, but I feel like if you're in the industry, But here's one last thing I got on this is it's I guess the reality is because of how we are as a society now, I guess it's more along the lines of like, why wouldn't you? Instead of putting out commercials on television.
Hold on, pause. You got a hunk of turkey hanging out of your mouth. There you go.
Hunk of what?
Just wanted to get that out of there.
Huh?
You got it. Yeah, continue. Just want to get. They don't have to edit all this out. Semen dripping off your lip.
No, but when it comes to advertising, why would you want to advertise on TV? Because it's also a la carte now, right? Like watching TV nowadays is fucked up, bro. Like there's just so many different ways to watch. I get so pissed off trying to keep track of like the Tigers because they're on 4 different platforms throughout the course of a week, right? Baseball plays more games,
which is bullshit.
Yeah, they play more games than anybody
that's something
else.
We should talk about.
Yeah,
that the weird ass fucking licensing behind watching sports. It's so fucked up.
Yeah, it drives me absolutely
and it's
crazy.
Backwards.
But they probably figure these parties and agendas are like, man, somebody probably just came up with this genius idea of why not? This lady's got 10 million followers. If we give her, I don't know, $7,000 a month to speak on, how the Democrats are this or that, or vice versa, the Republicans are this, that, and they just keep inundating their followers with it, of course, at some point, they're going to develop the same thought process, right? Like, I love this girl. She makes the best pies, and she hates fucking Democrats. You know what I mean? Like, I hate Democrats now, too. There's probably more bang for your buck doing that than trying to fucking get it out on TV where you don't know where people are watching it at. Like, goddamn.
And I think that's what they're finally realizing, like, after these last few elections of just like, we don't have a fucking grip on anything.
None of it.
And, some guy sitting in his basement is essentially controlling 35% of the vote.
Yeah. But what we do know is social media is what everybody has in the palm of their hand 24/7. So why wouldn't we inundate that versus the tube? That was the way of influencing people before, but now, man, like you don't know where people are watching what. Like do you hit it on YouTube TV? Do you hit it on Hulu? Like there's just so many different fucking ways to watch TV now, and they're all a fucking sham. That's a good topic to talk on, man. That's a good topic to talk on. It goes back to that, what you were talking about, like that.
Shitification.
Yeah, with streaming.
Yeah, I think we cut that whole episode. We talked about that.
Did we really?
I think so. But yeah, especially with like the sports viewing, right? Like it doesn't make fucking sense. Like let's say you are a fucking a hockey fan, right? You're like, I want to watch Detroit sports, or hockey in general, but you don't have cable. Well, it's just like, I don't know the prices, dude, but I bet if you go and you fucking sign up you go to, like, I would just want to watch fucking Detroit games. You go, okay, you sign up, and it's gonna be over $100, right? It's going to be over $100, or if not close to. And then when you fucking get on to watch, it's just like, oh, you can't watch this because you like live too close. And the only way you can watch it is like through cable TV, and it's like, what the fuck? So then you have to like get a VPN to trick it that you're further away than what you actually are, so you can watch the team that's playing fucking 45 minutes from your fucking house that you paid $115 this year to watch. It's so fucking silly and screwy. And then it's just like, well, shit, this game's on the fucking West Coast and only being broadcast by fucking, this particular, and it's on this fucking channel at this fucking time. It's just like, it's an absolute mess.
It is, dude.
Why in this day and age? I mean, it's because of all the licensing bullshit that was, set in play a long time ago. But if I want to watch every Red Wings game, Tigers game, Lions game, there should be a fucking flat fee that's probably closer to $60, $65 for a year. And I just get to watch all the games. And that's it. It doesn't fucking matter what state they're playing in or which channel they're fucking on. Let me see them.
Yeah.
Like, how difficult is that?
And we're kind of in the underbelly of it, because here's the thing is, all of this is coming from the amount of revenue that these teams and the games are generating for the owners and the league, right?
And for Comcast and NBC,
but
like it's the only thing holding cable afloat.
Yeah, 100%. But I say that to say this is FanDuel, which is the network of the Tigers. It's the network of the Pistons now, and it's the network of the Red Wings.
FanDuel owns.
FanDuel has a network. Okay, so what happened? Fox Sports lost their.
FanDuel got so big they now own the networks that this dude. How is that even allowed?
Isn't it crazy?
That a sports betting team or a company like that's
owns a
fucking
sports
wild, dude.
network that you can gamble on those said sports. It blows my mind. But
remember when sports betting was legal not too long ago, and fucking you had to do it secretly at work on like spreadsheets and fucking pieces of paper and shit?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, back in the day, bro, I used to book games.
It wasn't even that long ago.
Like I used to book games back in the day. I'm talking years ago, back in the 90s, bro. Like literally would have a fucking chart, and I would book games. I would take fucking bets, bro. I made a lot of fucking money, and I also lost my ass. But what I was saying with that FanDuel thing, this is what's crazy about that, is you, the consumer, you're the only one that's getting fucked, okay? Because you want to watch the Tigers, and you're going to pay $100 to have that FanDuel pass, they call it. But now guess what? On Friday nights, the Tigers play on Apple TV. Guess what you don't get on FanDuel? Yeah. You don't get that game. You don't get the game that is the ESPN Sunday night game of the week. You don't get the game that is on Fox baseball Saturday night. Like, there's a lot of shit that happens over the course of a season that all of what you paid for, you're not really truly getting. And that's why they put in all those that's why they put in all that fine print, subject to in those fucking commercials, blackouts and this, that, and the fucking other thing. But to be a sports fan nowadays, dude, it's super expensive if you're not cheating, right? Because there's ways to cheat to get what you want. I think
eating's not cheating.
Right. So we gotta eat, and there's different loopholes you can find, which love it, because I'm glad that some of these places get it put to them on even if it's just a small level, dude. It feels good to kind of fuck somebody like that, right? Like, I'm not paying you this to watch this. But it's crazy because all of those teams and the salary caps or lack thereof. Like baseball, the Yankees, they got the biggest payroll, so they're like these players, the mass amount of money that they're making to play a fucking game is crazy, because guess what? The owners got to get it back, so ticket prices go up, right? Beverages, souvenirs. The guy that wants to just sit at home and watch the game with his fucking kids, he's paying more. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's fucking crazy. And you got to have different fucking apps to watch. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Even to watch a show, bro. I think we touched on this. Yeah, it's like...
all of a sudden the next season's on some other
shit.
Like,
why? Why, man?
That shit is garbage.
Yeah. And then what they'll do is they do like this shit where they'll release like a half season, and they want to make sure you stay subscribed. So they're like, the second part of season 1 comes out in October. Mind you, you watched the first part of season 1 in June. Like, what?
And you watched it all in like 2
days. Yeah.
That's what pisses me off, dude. Is like now they're, because they try to be like, well, we're trying to be more engagement, and we really want to build the suspense, and that's why we're releasing this one week after week, like an episodic TV show. And it's just like, that's one of the reasons we fucked off with Comcast.
Yeah.
Release the shithole.
Yeah.
Let me watch the whole season in 2 days and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because I'll dedicate myself to your fucking programming for 2 straight days. If I like it, I'm all in, man. It's like this show the wife and myself are watching right now. Excellent show, by the way. It's called Chief of War on Apple TV. It's got Aquaman, that big motherfucker in it. What's his name?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, dude, he's cool as fuck, dude. But it's about like the native Hawaiians back in the day, like when they were like warriors and shit like that. And he hired all Hawaiian people native to Hawaii to play these parts. One of the lead actors in it, dude, he found him at the beach. He was there looking for people, and he found him at the beach like surfing or some shit, and he went up to him and he brought him on. But super awesome series. But that's what they did, is they gave us 2 episodes to start back to back, and then then they did the slow drag every Friday, dude, for the last fucking 5 weeks. One episode.
It's like, fuck you, because the only reason they're doing that is so you have to stay subscribed. Instead of 1 month, they're gonna like, I'm gonna get you for 4 months.
100%.
And the psychology behind that, the disrespect as a consumer, makes me want to leave.
Yep. Absolutely, dude. They try to do that slow burn.
Fucking leave.
Yeah. They try to do that slow burn, and then in that course of you watching that one thing that you were there for, then next thing you know, they'll get you hopefully to watch one more of their programs, and then they do the slow burn with that one, and it just extrapolates over to 12 months, and next thing you know, you're like, man, now I got Apple TV, Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, Cinemax, all this shit.
and you're back up to $125.
Oh, more than that, bro. You're north of fucking $200. Add your internet in to stream all this shit. Like, internet pricing is getting retarded too, bro. Like, it's ridiculous, man. My fucking fiber I have here for AT&T is $100 a month. Like, what?
Yeah, I was just paying $120 to Comcast. I called them up. They told me for like a year, they're just like, there's nothing we can do. I'm just like, I'm paying $120 for just internet. You guys got to help me the fuck out.
It's crazy.
And they were like, well, you can't go down because of how much you use, so you're pretty much fucked. Until I was finally just like, something they did, and I was finally like, fuck them, dude. I'm gonna use my mobile fucking hotspot till I figure something out. Fuck Comcast. Yeah. I called them up. I said, cancel the whole shit. I'm done with it. And they were just like, well, let me see. And I'm just like, oh,
you hear it in the background.
I'm all fucking set, yeah. And they're just like, well, we can offer you this one-time thing. We can bring it down to $80. And I said, I've been arguing with you guys for fucking 18 months about dropping my shit, and there was absolutely nothing you can do. And all of a sudden, I'm fucking out. And all of a sudden, we'll give you exactly what you want to the dollar. And it's just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah. My name is Steven. It's not Steven, dude. Shut up. Your name's not Steven. He's talking with like an Indian voice.
You know What's funny, dude, is back in the day when I lived in Florida, I used to live. It was a 2-minute walk to one of the Comcast big customer care call centers, where they had like a walk-in customer service thing in too, where like it was just 15 people behind bulletproof glass, and I would get so pissed with them. I'd be like, where you guys at? And they'd be like, we can't really say. And I forget, there was like 2 places where like they at the time they only had like 2 major call centers. So it was either this one or another one that was in like Richmond, Virginia or some shit. So I would be like, well, how's the weather where you're at? And they'd be like, sunshine. If it's anything about sunshine, I'd just be like, yeah, I know where you're at. They'd be like talking shit, and I would just be like, I'm gonna head over there actually. I'll be over there in fucking about 10 minutes. And I would just show up with a box of shit, just like, yeah, I was fucking talking to fucking James back there, and he fucking pissed me off, and I want to return all this shit.
Talking to James back there. You go let that fucking James know that Rob's here. I told him I was gonna be here.
Go tell him I'm here. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly why they all sat behind a foot of bulletproof glass.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because everyone comes in there with a fucking problem. You know what I mean? No one's coming in just like, hey, wanted to let you guys know you're doing great.
Yeah. Bro, when I lived in...
people go in there ready to murder people.
Yeah, dude. When I lived in Flint...
Where is he?
There was that Comcast, office over by Bishop Airport that was kind of around the corner from my house. And when I was getting ready to move out, I had to turn off the service and all that shit. And they're like, you got to go turn your stuff in at this Comcast store. Or like shop or whatever. Office then. They weren't even stores. They were like an office. And you walk in there, bro, stunk like fucking weed, chicken, and it was just loud as shit. And they had glass, dude, so fucking thick in there, and just attitude after attitude. They could treat you however they wanted because they were behind this shit. And they knew that you were there for one of 2 things: to get service, or to get the service out of your fucking name, and you got to get it done, right? So they're like, fuck you. They'd be sitting there chit-chatting with people, their coworker, just chit-chatting, and their line is out the fucking door, and they didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
They did not give a fuck. Comcast is the worst. They still are. Xfinity, whatever the fuck it is.
They still are.
They're horrible.
Yeah, they literally had to change. They had to change their whole name because it was that bad. And I feel like in their training. Because the only typically, at least in this area, you either go with them or AT&T, or AT&T wasn't even an option back in the day. It was just a Comcast or Charter, if you wanted internet, right? And they were both owned by the same parent company. So it was just hey, if someone calls, just tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, dude.
Because the only other option's my other company.
Yeah, just go like that to them. And then when they call the other company and they say, yeah, I was just on the phone with Comcast, treat them with, treat them nicely for a minute. And then once you have them for a customer, tell them to eat shit.
Once you lock them in. Once you lock them into that 2-year contract, that's going up 80%.
Yeah. Tell them to eat your dick.
That's right.
Eat this dick. You gonna eat this dick.
And I'll just pass them back and forth, dude.
I wish I had a cool button that said that. You gonna eat this dick. You gonna take this dick.
I'm very glad you don't have a button that does that.
Wouldn't that be great?
That's what I said. You can't have any buttons, dude.
Why?
It'd be nothing but laser sounds and explosions and mixtape horns, dude.
Every now and then you get a
Oh, exactly. It'd just be 90s morning radio, followed by a donkey noise.
Just fuck the donkey.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what we gotta do one of these days. I seriously need a button. I just need 2. I want one that does say something funny like, you gonna take this dick. And then something else like that.
You're not getting any of that, dude. You're gonna have to fucking learn how to edit and start editing yourself. there's buttons on your thing, but I don't think they're recorded in. I think I got one. Can you hear this? You sucking on the beat, Joe?
Yeah.
You sucking on the beat.
What is it?
You sucking on something.
I don't know what it was. I couldn't even hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it. You sucking on a vitro or some shit like that. See, I want one that says that. You won't take this dick.
Yeah, you can't have any of that.
Or like when Kamala, remember those videos that were out? She's like, do not come. Like, I want to have that one. Just keep hitting it.
You'll never get one of those, dude.
I want one so bad, Roberto.
You can't have it. I think I lost you. Say something.
Cocaine's just a hell of a drug, man.
All right, you're back,
My
you're back.
button, man. I fucked it up. I don't got a button.
You just have to do your button noises in real time with your mouth anytime you want a button.
Pew. Pew, 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 pew.
Lasers.
Oh, you gonna take this dick?
Absolutely worse. You know, I was joking around with a buddy. I was just like, you know how like dumb it would be if like, you know, or just how I shouldn't say how dumb or like how silly it would be like if I actually like there was some sort of afterlife and I get to these gates and I'm like talking to some dude at the gates and you're just like, is there anything you'd like to know? You know, people are just probably asking the wildest, deepest questions. And I'd just be like, show me all the hot dogs I've eaten in my entire life in one big bite. That's the shit I'm interested in.
Just a goddamn wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Couple of them just full of fucking hot dogs, dude. Just
Hot dogs rolling down and just a big hill. And I'm just like, holy shit. And he's just like, anything else? And I'm just like, yeah, how many shacks is that?
yeah.
How many Shaquille O'Neals can you make with all them hot dogs? And you're just like, what?
Yeah. Not
The fuck? There's like a big ass. He looks behind me. There's just like a big endless line of fucking people. I'm just like over there with fucking shacks made out of hot dogs.
I'm glad you mentioned that, dude. That's what I'd like to know. I'd be like, I just really want to know how big Shaq's dick was. Like, was his dick this fucking big? Yeah, I always wonder if my mom turned her cheek to me, beating my meat. I don't know. Weird. You know, when that one time you were really in it, you know what I mean? Like your eyes were closed and your mom opened the door and you didn't even realize it. Like,
because you were so heavy into it.
Just doing everything you could to fucking come. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, remember that time you woke up in the hospital and your mom just said you passed out? What you forgot is you were hanging yourself while you were jacking off in your room and you slipped off the chair and your mom ran in and you were sitting there with your thumb in your ass swinging back and forth from a noose.
I was gonna say there was something going in your ass.
She didn't have the heart to tell you. She just told you just were sleeping, didn't wake up.
She told you that you had an aneurysm and that's how you wound up at the hospital. Not the fact that you were trying to...
She took you down, pulled your pants up.
Suffocating yourself.
Cleaned the lube off your thumb.
You took your sister's hairbrush and you jammed it in your asshole.
Yeah. I'm just like, ew. Wow. But I'm still getting in?
So...
Still getting in, huh?
God rest my mother's soul. Sweet lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is that Harvey Weinstein in there? How the fuck did he get in there?
Cocksuckers.
Reading as well, dude, before we get into it, we were talking about the advancement of like AI and how it's just fucking like leaping itself even faster and faster and faster and faster with like each iteration. That's gonna fucking multiply exponentially here coming up, because I was reading about how this company has manufactured this completely virtual space for AI learning. So it's like tailored to the specifications of our world. So, like, for instance, if you wanted to teach an AI to, like, be in a robot body and do a backflip, instead of, like, all the trial and error you would have to go through in real life to make all that happen, and you could plug it into this fucking virtual space where it's like a hyperbolic time chamber where it could learn essentially 10,000 hours worth of stuff in an hour.
Oh my God.
So that's gonna be it's happening, dude. It's starting to like happen so fast. We're like, this is that moment where there's no like, I mean, we're already past no turning back, but like, so we got AI sex robots coming out, dude, that fucking cook and clean for you, dude. It's about to be a wrap.
That's wild, bro. Like, hang on a second here.
What are you doing? Fucking pulling your Roomba off your penis because you just heard about AI sex robots?
I was like, you
You're
gotta
like,
get out of here.
You hear that, Roomba? You're done.
You're fired. You're not gonna be.
Put it back on the ground until they get back to the charging plane. So you go back.
Get out of here. I'm getting me an actual sex bot.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy, dude. Like the engineering and what's really fucked up is the engineering for AI. The AI is basically engineering itself. Like there's not the programmers that are, like initially started like the whole AI, like the Alexas and things like that. Like that's getting to be almost removed out of it because the way that they can communicate, that like it's programming itself, which is so fucked up to think, man. Like who's to say that it can't be like, you know what, I'm programming myself to just wipe out the Bank of America.
Real
like what?
And that's what the newest shit is doing, is it's you know, the self-learning AI where it's learning in real time, not to where it's just like figure stuff out and it's kind of have to be reprogrammed to behave in a certain way. Like now they're being like, just fucking figure it out in real time. Mm-hmm. And they're taking stuff like, oh, we're taking this AI that only knows how to draw with a crayon inside the lines, and we're gonna teach it how to do fucking brain surgery.
Dude, that's crazy.
In real time. But kind of flows into the my subject for the next thing. So you know what I'm getting?
I'm getting mad!
So I'll flow into my what's getting mad here because it kind of goes off the topic. It's about AI as well, right? So AI in general, and I think it had such high hopes, but so quickly it became this like venture capitalist thing where just every company's dumping billions of dollars into it, and there's no way to really test it out to its full extent and use it to its full extent without paying for it. And so like every decent AI is behind some sort of paywall that you really can't use to its true fullest extent. Like most people are using it for Google searches and information about stuff. So it's just like, yeah, it works for like that basic shit. But like if you're really trying to use it, it's going to require some sort of payment. And if you're using it for like image, audio, video generation, even if you're paying for it, dude, it takes so long to actually generate what you're trying to do. By the time you've burned through your premium credits and you're like, all right, now I think I finally figured it out, you got to pay again to like get what you want. So that's the kind of the thing that's making me mad right now, is just like every AI is behind some sort of paywall.
Yeah.
Which is it's super expensive to like run and operate. So like I get the aspect of it, but it's definitely not to the point of where you can be paying for it. Like if I'm paying for it, if I do 20 generations, 19 out of those 20 generations need to be accurate, not the other way around, where only 1 out of 20 might actually be what I was trying to generate, right? Because there's no, you can generate fucking, 20 images or videos and burn through your credits, and you're just like, I didn't even get what I wanted.
Yeah, right. Maybe only one of the 20 might be semi-decent.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's what's making me mad right now. Is just like the kind of the paywall of like the potential of what AI could be and what it should be versus like everyone's just kind of using it essentially like Google searches is how anyone's using it these days, which is unfortunate. But like if it was unlocked and open to everyone, which hopefully at some point like maybe a company like Google, or I doubt it'd be a company like Grok or something, but it would probably have to be something like OpenAI or Google, like a big player would have to be like, it's gonna be, maybe that's like free for 2 years for everyone and like fucking figure it out all, because like, dude, there's a ton of cool shit you can, it's kind of endless what you can do with AI, right? So just like, but no one will ever be able to do it because, you know, it's all behind paywalls, and no one wants to pay for something that's a minor inconvenience or even major shit, man. People just like don't realize the capability. So, but that's my I'm getting mad for this week is just the paywall that keeps us from the promise of what AI was. And like it almost seems like it's gone, right? Like we'll almost like it's only held for the super elite will only really get the true benefits of fucking AI, while we get the dumbass AI overview from fucking Google that tells us to eat 1 rock a day or put gasoline in with your macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, almost shit. Like we get the beta version.
Like we're just the testers. Yeah. While everyone's driving around in their fucking self-driving cars, asking their cars questions and going, fucking Chat GPT, do my taxes. And it's just like, it's done.
And meanwhile, I'm sitting here.
They got an AI sex bot waiting at home, just fucking making them a nice meal while they're fucking getting their arms ready for a fucking
dude,
absolute fuck show.
An absolute fuck show, dude. Like they got like fucking water tanks built in that just sploosh, like it's like one of those fucking crazy squirters
4D
like
rides
on those videos. Yeah, wow,
really scratching the record though.
Yeah, or if that's not your thing, you can get one that's customized to maybe it's a little bit more like a gravy consistency, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Something, but
whatever you want.
Whatever you want. I want mine to taste like chicken gravy.
I just want mine to be able to cook a decent meal, maybe give me a hug, tell me I'm gonna be all right.
You're worth it. Yeah, you're gonna be all right. Pat you on the back, you know, like.
Thanks.
Or give you a little tap on the ass as you walk by. You know what I mean? Good game, shooter.
Just give me a good game. Yeah. Little attaboy. Yeah.
Thank you for fucking.
Doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Yeah. She'd be like, I made you grilled cheese and tomato soup, and I would just be like, yeah,
you're the best. That's a classic meal. So good.
Could you imagine the like life some people live these days, like being born into absolute wealth to where like their first car is like a self-driving Tesla, and like their first console is like a VR headset. There's like nothing of like
the come up, like they don't ever have the
common man.
Yeah, like they never put their jeans on one leg at a time like us, you know what I mean? Like They literally wake up and they're in their jeans. Yeah.
I saved like a video of like Paris Hilton trying to like cook something for Kim Kardashian, which is like two girls who got famous from sex tapes, like cooking stuff.
Like
honest.
It's
just absolutely wild, right? So it's just like they're sitting there like looking at these utensils on the counter, and they're like, "Is that a blender? I don't know. I think it's a blender. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's a blender." And it's like not a fucking blender at all. And it's just like, I can't conceive
retarded
what it would be like to be so rich that you don't know what a blender is.
Yeah.
Like you went your whole life. You just don't know. You know what I mean? Like how could that even be?
Yeah, the simple shit like making a box
Just
of
don't
macaroni
know.
and cheese, like that just is something
Yeah.
they never had to figure out, you know? That's never.
Or like when they're like, "Hey, Bill Gates, how much is a gallon of milk?" And he's like, $27? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Why the fuck would he know?
Just no concept of what anything
No.
costs, dude. You just fucking when's the last time you think Bill Gates looked at a price for anything?
Right.
Like he wasn't just like buy it. What?
Has he ever, like in the last
Yeah.
25 years, 30 years, has he ever walked into a Meijer and went grocery shopping? Like he would
No.
have no idea. Like what anything is like better made barbecue potato chips. He'd be like,
Yeah.
like it
I think I just saw he was selling like a $6.5 billion yacht.
God damn.
And I bet he was just like, geez, yeah, I guess sell it. Like I just never really. I used it once. It was probably like $10 billion when he bought it. Used it once and was just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It was nice.
Yeah, I guess get rid of it.
It was nice for that party we had that one night. Yeah. Yeah. Like what, bro? Jesus Christ, man.
Just no concept of
None
money at all, dude. Just living the absolute dream.
whatsoever.
And it's gonna be only worse when when automatic driving is just the people won't even know what it was like to have to take the wheel.
Oh yeah, and the
how wild it's gonna seem at some point, hopefully in our lives, of just like, can you believe we just did this with our it was just up to people with all the dipshits
that are around
drunk and high on meth. Just like we just fucking and we drove on roads that were right next to each other at fucking 60 miles an hour, blowing right past
just
each other head
passing each other within like 2 feet.
Yeah. That's just what we did.
Yeah.
Like at some point that's gonna be like, can you fucking believe we did that?
No big deal.
Yeah. But maybe not, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know if that I think they went about it the whole wrong way.
I feel like there's, in that kind of arena of the AI / smart stuff, I think we're still, you're seeing a lot of that now, but I still think they're so far away from it, like really being a good quality, like means of even 50% of the population using that as like transportation. Like I don't know. I feel like it's way off.
Yeah.
It's way off.
Well, what's gonna happen, and it's only a matter of time, right? It's just like what you see now is just like fucking Tesla autopilot, like kills another person, killed another person, which sucks. But you know how many less people that is than all the other people that are fucking dying from all the other drivers that don't have that?
Yeah.
And it's like it's never gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? There's never gonna be a scenario where it's just zero, no matter what. Yeah. But if it comes down to at some point when people have self-driving and they go, you know what? There's 90% less fatalities with self-driving cars than there is, even though there are some, and that's all the shit that gets in the headlines, because what's a fucking headline? A regular car crash and someone died.
Yeah.
Right. So
which that happens
it's
every single fucking day, several times a day.
Yeah, every hour, every moment of every day. Like there's dipshits doing all kinds of shit. I just seen the one that's going viral right now is that girl texting in a rented car. Did you see that?
I'll have to look that up.
Dude, just taking her full eyes and hands off the wheel and just like looking down for just fucking just right back to texting, and all of a sudden fucking veers off the road and starts crying.
God,
it's just like,
damn.
That's what you get, you stupid bitch. You're fucking driving a murder machine at deadly fucking speeds. Wrap it the fuck up.
Not giving a fuck about anybody
what I
else
mean?
that's around.
Yeah.
My God.
And just if there was a family just walking down the road, dude, gone. You know what I mean?
goners.
So But what's making you mad, brother?
You know what's fucking making me mad, man, is the fucking health insurance industry. That's fucking, it's
Okay.
really fucking making me mad.
Yeah.
The cost that we pay for health insurance is ridiculous, and the amount that it doesn't fucking cover. It just blows my fucking mind, man. And then if you have to pay for your own, like 100% coverage, maybe you're self-employed, whatever the case may be, the cost is just so fucking mind-blowing, man, on what it costs to try to be healthy. And then it kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier before the show, the mental health side of things. Like the mental health coverages that aren't there, like people aren't gonna pay an extra $400 or $500 a month to go see like a therapist. They just aren't. Not in today's world. You can't. Like most blue collar and, you know, average Joes, they can't justify spending that on their own health.
Sure.
Why? Because
And
they can't.
it's too
Yeah,
much.
it's too much.
And you know, before we break into the mental health side of things, like in America, it's so outrageous, it's so expensive to not only be covered, but if you have to go and you have insurance and you're still getting hit with a fucking $800 fucking ambulance bill and fucking $1,100 bags of saline, dude, this shit's out of fucking control to the point of where most people have ongoing health issues that they know about, but they're afraid they cannot afford it because they can't.
Because they can't afford it.
No, and you know what's gonna happen when most of the time when you go to the fucking, you go, oh man, my fucking liver's going out and I got fucking blood in my fucking piss, and they go, oh well, you know, fucking that'll happen. You're about that age now. Probably just drink more water, eat a banana, and you're like, what? And then they charge you $2,300 with insurance.
Or worse than
And they're like, yeah, that wasn't covered.
yeah, or worse than that, they want to send
Someone
you,
should have told
yeah,
me.
or they want to send you like these general practitioners. They don't like do much of anything anymore. They want to send you to a specialist. Everything, there's a specialist for everything, dude. Literally,
Yeah.
a specialist for everything. My thumb hurts. Okay, you need to go see a hand
You
doctor.
need to go see the thumb, elbow, and tooth doctor.
Yeah. And then there's an upcharge for that. There's a referral. Like all of it. It's just a big fucking sham, dude. And then you incorporate the pharmaceutical side of it, and it's even fucking worse. Like it's so fucked up, bro. Just the amount of money. Like it's fresh on my mind because I broke my foot back earlier in the summer, and now the bills are starting to come in, right?
Yeah.
So like going to see the fucking foot specialist, right? Because I can't just go to a fucking doctor. If I would have went to the ER, I would have paid that huge fucking bill, and then they would have sent me to that specialist anyway. So I actually
Your doctor's like, I don't know shit about
I
feet.
don't know shit fuck about feet. You got to go have them take an X-ray. What?
You gotta go talk to Dr. Foot.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. And then you see the bill that your doctor sends out to your insurance provider. Like I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and on their app that you can download, it shows when like a claim's been submitted and then what part of that claim's been paid. And you're like, oh my God, Susie, who greeted me at the door and gave me some antibacterial hand wash, charged me, I didn't know it, that was $200. Like what the fuck, man?
$85 for gauze.
Yeah. The lady,
It was a fucking cotton ball.
the lady that removed your crock off of your broken foot and sock, that was $175. Wait, what?
It was a croc specialist.
God damn, the fuck, man. Hey, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that really is just grinding my gears, man. And I'm fortunate enough that by no means, man, is the McCrory household knocking it dead. By no means we're rich. We struggle like a lot of people, but we're not struggling nearly as much as a lot of others, right? So I can only imagine what it's like. I have a lot of sleepless nights, man, wondering about how I'm gonna fucking pay for XYZ for the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it sucks, man. It sucks, the cost of living. But then every day you just get up and you fucking just grind until you can't fucking grind anymore. But it's crazy, just the cost of living, man. And to your point, you go to the you don't even want to go to the doctor because you can't afford to be sick. Like, I cannot afford for them to tell me that there's something wrong with me.
For sure.
I can't, man. It's plain and, plain and simple, dude. Plain and fucking simple, man. It just blows my fucking mind.
Like I was telling you, like, my fucking moved weird, and my fucking knee popped and like gave out, and I fucking wobbled. Fucking hurt. It'd be cool if I could just be like, "Hey doc, anything wrong with the knee?" But the chances of me going there and him just being like, "Yeah, you're fucking 40, so it'll be $2,300
Yeah. Yeah.
And I go, cool, I fucking knew I was 40. Thanks for letting me know.
When shit like that happens
Charging
to me, dude,
it.
like, I'll try to, like, picture myself like John Rambo. I'll have, like, a John Rambo flashback, and I'll be like, you gotta do this, man. You gotta keep walking. You gotta keep fighting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you can make it, bro. You can do it, man.
They drew first blood.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on, brother. Get up off that couch. You can do this, man. I'm like, get your ass downstairs and go to work. You know?
Just beads of sweat, looking at yourself in the mirror in the bathroom, just beads of sweat come down your face. You're just putting on like war paint, just like.
Here's to fucking adulting, man. It fucking sucks.
Just bring out like a 12-inch knife and just do a slight cut down your cheek.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on the phone, smiling and dialing today, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so thank you for making it to the end. If you haven't by now, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on No Good Opinions. Peace.